With a career spanning 5 decades, Eric Sprott has been instrumental in leading investment into the mining industry, backing countless gold and silver exploration companies with strong vision and conviction.
I don't think there's been a more prolific mine financier in the Canadian markets. I can't think of another individual who's contributed as much money and investment expertise to the sector that he has.
Born in Ottawa, Eric Sprott obtained a Bachelor of Commerce degree from Carleton University in 1965 and became a chartered accountant in 1968.
Got into the auditing business with Pete Marwick. I didn't spend much time in auditing. About 2 days after I wrote my exams, I left, and I was in the research department at Merrill Lynch. Well, I was at Lowen & Dutch & McCutcheon, an institutional brokerage firm, and then 10 years after that, I started my own securities firm, Sprott Securities, which still exists today.
Since the 1980s, Eric has been an enthusiastic and committed investor in the mining industry.
He would make decisions that very few could make. So contra the herd, he was willing to take large risks when others weren't, and he would be alone.
Eric's commitment isn't seasonal. It doesn't wane in trying times. In fact, it's in these trying periods that his commitment truly shines, providing financial stability and unending support when they are needed the most.
It wasn't necessarily an easy road.
It's not an 8-hour-a-day job. It just isn't. When I ran the brokerage company, I mean, I'd be in at work here at 4 in the morning, many mornings. But that you didn't have the benefit of computers then, so you had to do all your own reading and the various newspapers and any source of information you had.
Eric's willingness to take risks also had its ups and downs.
As I reflect on it, we had way more losers than winners. It takes 10 years to bring an ore body that's conceptually there into production, so it's a long, drawn-out affair. But when you're a winner, is a very, very large payoff.
The Sprott name became synonymous with success. If Eric invested, then others were significantly more likely to be interested in a project.
They'd come through here by the dozens from all over the world looking for that Sprott check, and it was the money, but it was also an endorsement, and almost always it caused share prices to go up, and so that's what companies were looking for.
Ian Telfer recalls approaching Eric to invest in his streaming company, Silver Wheaton, when it was a new concept in the industry.
Eric listened to my whole story and then turned me down. He wasn't sure how it was going to work and how the market would react, and neither were we, neither was the market. When we took it public, I think at a value of $50 million, and today it's worth $26 billion. So, but once Eric saw how it worked, he switched on a dime, became his favorite stock, and he became a huge supporter.
Throughout his career, Eric founded several successful companies. Sprott Securities became Cormark Securities, now one of the leading investment dealers focused on mining. Sprott Inc. is a global alternative asset manager with over $25 billion of assets under management. Eric was an early backer and chairman of Kirkland Lake Gold, one of the largest miners in the world when it merged with Agnico Eagle Mines Limited in 2021.
His commitment to the industry is probably what differentiates him from almost anyone else in it, and his success. I mean, Eric has got to be the most successful mining investor in Canada over the past 30 years. So his commitment, his knowledge, and his success speaks for itself.
Since retiring from Sprott Inc. in 2017, Eric runs the Sprott family office, which has invested more than $900 million in over 175 mining companies. His biggest investment yet is in Newfound Gold Corp, a new project in Newfoundland with an eye to the future.
I'm actually thinking of my daughters who own a piece of this company will own a much larger piece someday. And I'm hoping that 20, 30 years from now, that they will benefit by the success of the company.
Eric Sprott's success has allowed him to give back. The Sprott Foundation has donated over $350 million to address hunger in the homeless population, contributed to First Nations groups, to medical facilities, and many other causes.
Eric's transformational gift of $25 million in 2012 to University Health Network established the Sprott Department of Surgery. And this was the largest gift to a surgical department in Canada at the time. And of course, one of the largest gifts to University Health Network in its history as well.
Through the Sprott Foundation, Eric and his wife Visma committed to a second $25 million in 2018 to UHN, enabling world-leading research and life-saving surgical care. Eric also contributed to the CAN Fund, $100,000 for each of the 14 gold medals won by Canadians at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics.
I love the Olympics, and there's nothing touches my heart more than seeing a Canadian athlete doing well.
Eric has won many awards for his contributions. Among them, he was named to the Order of Canada, inducted into the Investment Industry Hall of Fame, and was awarded an honorary doctorate from Carleton University.
He was a public champion of the sector, and then how many dozens of juniors would not have made it if it wasn't for Eric Sprott?
Eric's legacy is one of remarkable achievement, generosity, and a resounding commitment to the industry.